The next products we wanted to discuss with you are the security labels. These are brilliant because when applied you would never know what they actually are unless you work with security labels. So just to bring it up for you, they're generally used on aircraft doors, because obviously the aircrafts have no keys. So the pilot normally does his checks just before takeoff and checks that all the aircraft openings have been sealed and are not void. So just to show you how they void. So they leave no residue behind on the aircraft itself. And then when placed back down, clear signs of tampering. You have different types. We can fully customise these as well. We can customise the void message. We can customise the print over the top, the colour. One box that normally gets added, especially for the cleaners on board. So once the cleaner's cleaned and closes the door, they will normally sign this. So the full audit trail is there. And again, just exactly the same. When peeled, completely voids. Clear tamper message. I mean, here's an example of some different types that we manufacture.
Another brilliant feature of these labels as well is they're actually perforated. Okay, so if you've got 15, 16 items on board, nice and easy to rip, keep them in the bond. Why these are really good as well is that you may well have some problem journeys or some problem routes. So every single time you fly into Joburg, for instance, or there might be parts of Germany you fly into in the UK, every time that there's a problem or something's taken from the bar. So another way that you can pulse security really, really quickly. Okay, so regardless if you've got a pull-up seal on there or a plastic padlock type of product, you can apply these, especially on stopovers. It's a really good idea. So when you're flying to a destination, so from a cabin crew perspective, literally they can place the seal on here and on here. Now, not only have they got to obviously defeat a standard plastic seal on there, there's actually another product on there which again is placing security seal. As Liam said, you can have your logo put on there as well, quite clearly visible to say it's a security seal. Now when they come back in the morning and they go back straight onto the aircraft, okay, they would break the seals as normal, but they would check these seals to make sure no one's been in these bars. Now it's impossible to open this door without this seal being removed. You've got to remove it. So again, as Liam's pointed out, you would have a nice, visible, open message. Cabin crew walk onto the plane in the morning, they can quite clearly see somebody's tampered with this. Another key feature for layered security on board an aircraft.
The good advantage of using Tyden for our Tyden parts is we keep a track of every marking we supply. Every marking we supply to the airlines, anyone else. Once we supply an individual marking to someone, that marking cannot be replicated. So just to give you an example, the biggest problem in the label industry right now, you can pick up this material from the Far East, you could order it in, you could then have a basic thermal printer and you could print this label with whatever number you've got. So an opportunist may come across a trolley like this. Here's an example of a blank seal. So this seal could have a number on, and they will then go away and print that label with the exact same number, replace it. You'd have no idea that cart has been tampered with. So just to give you an idea of what we're working on, Spence, can you get the light? So with our carts, I'll just bring it closer for you to see. What we've done with our product is we've actually introduced UV ink. So I don't know if you can see on the camera properly, but TydenBrooks runs completely through the UV ink on that label. So even though that label was blank, you still know that is a genuine Tyden part. That isn't something you could just replicate with a basic printer. Again, it's another great check for the pilots. So when they're doing their checks and it may be night time, all they have to do is shine a UV torch up at the plane on any of the openings and they can see, yeah, that seal's intact, that's a Tyden part.
Another part of our range, security tape. Again, big in the cargo world. So what we can actually do is we can manufacture with either security on it, or we can put your logo on it. Not a problem. We can actually put this as well with various different security numbers. This packaging tape here is completely plain. So if this goes on top of a box and you're shipping this, I just want to show you this, Paul. So you would never see, or you would never know that that's actually security tape. Okay, expensive equipment in there. This could be cigarettes, for instance, transportation of cigarettes. So they've got one or two things. They can either cut the box or they can remove the tape. Now, let's try and remove this tape, okay? We've removed the tape.
Yeah.
Now we've got a problem. Oh no. So we'll stick the tape back down again. No one will know we've ever been in it. Now, as much as you want to stick that tape down, you will never get rid of the pattern that it's left behind. Now this could be, and also it just won't stick. So it's actually useless. Now we've got a problem. So again, this could be a custom message that we provide underneath this. So it could be your airline details, it could be the supplier, one of your customers, but we can do that as well for you. It's not a problem.
Yeah, the covert tape is actually perfect for trying to catch opportunists. So opportunistic theft, perfect, because you will have that there. They won't have a clue that it's going to void. So an opportunity is just going to try and grab in. Then, like Spencer said, with the security tape, you put this on, everyone knows that this is going to void. It's going to put off the opportunists.